And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? And that's caught inside the 35. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 51 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Hunter. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And now before we get to the extra point, and remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, The NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they can't bring him down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 173 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. There he goes left side. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Scott on the return out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He completes it to Hunter. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Now back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet